Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, we're going to talk about yet more evidence that the Jey Uso hate is fake, forced, and whatever other word you want to use. Is Nikki Bella here to stay in WWE? Swerve Strickland has weighed in on the debate between stories and matches. And finally, John Cena's TV show has been cancelled. It's not Raw, so don't worry about that. I'm Andy, flying solo on this one. Haven't done this in a while, so if the wheels are a little rusty, bear with me, but we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk a little bit about the Jey Uso hate that seems to be going around at the moment. Obviously, he won the Royal Rumble this past weekend. It was a major surprise. I don't think anyone saw that coming. When it got down to the final two, well, even the final three of him, Logan Paul and John Cena, I think myself and a lot of people were like, oh, okay, John Cena's winning then. He was the betting favourite. The other two are massive outsiders. But no, Jey won, and it was one of the most surprising Royal Rumble results in history. Since then, there has been a little bit of backlash. Quite a lot if you look online on Twitter and Reddit and whatever other websites you want to go to get your wrestling opinions. A lot of people talking about Jey's in-ring ability and various other things. I'm here to tell you today that I think this is all seriously overblown, fake and kind of forced. For a myriad reasons, but the main reason we're coming on and talking about it today is because the Royal Rumble merch numbers are out. Well, the top sellers, we don't have exact numbers. Fightful Select reporting on the top merch sellers at the Rumble. John Cena was top, Cody Rhodes second, so yeah, the biggest star of the past 30 years and the biggest star of today were 1 and 2. But sitting in at number 3 was Jey Uso, which is a big vote of confidence. He's below Cena and Cody. There's no shame in that whatsoever. That's very good. And also, Fightful notes that his merch sales gone through the roof since he won the Royal Rumble. Earlier this week, we did the video covering some of the negative reactions on YouTube, with the thumbs down, the likes, dislikes ratio on Jey's Rumble win victory video thing. It wasn't as low as Charlotte's, which was very low, but it was mostly negative. I think it was around 60 odd percent in that kind of ballpark. Generally, YouTube considers 90 positive good. Jey's was about 60 negative, so not great. I think this is the most overblown thing in wrestling right now. I think it's quite silly in a lot of ways. So yeah, okay, let's make the case for it first of all, right? Jey Uso, yeah, he's not the best wrestler in the world. He had a stinker at WrestleMania last year with Jimmy. He's not, he's not Walter. He's not Gunther. He's not Cody Rhodes. He's not, I don't know, name anyone who's like a top tier worker in WWE. Chad Gable or Sheamus or whoever, right? He's not the best between the ropes. He's not the 5-star in-ring magician. But I don't think in this case that matters. And I think that deciding to be really upset about the guy getting a push is kind of silly, because his crowd connection in WWE is almost second to none. It's insane. Look at the promo on Raw. He gets this reaction every single time because the entrance music is great. And we spoke about Def Rebel earlier on the morning news video, not being so great, but his is great. The yeet is over as hell. Everyone loves doing the arm thing. He resonates as just a cool, likable guy. He is extremely over. Watch the opening segment on Raw again. They had to replay the entrance music. These people were so fired up to do the yeets and all of that stuff. And on top of that, the guy seemed really genuine. He was holding back the tears, talking about how much this Royal Rumble win meant to him, and going back and challenging Gunther again and all of this stuff. So I don't think it matters that, yeah, maybe the matches aren't going to hit the same ceiling as like Gunther or a Cody is. Jey is over as hell. He sells loads of merch. People in the arenas absolutely adore this guy. I think that this merch number stuff coming out is further proof that the hatred towards this dude is just the most forced thing in the world. And it is kind of further proof that the we online, on Twitter and these other platforms, it's a bubble. It's a bubble thing. It's not reflective of what's going on in the arenas. Clearly, if you watched Raw, you know that. And it's a small vocal minority. And look, they're entitled to their opinions. I just think it's really forced and a bit silly. Also, another aspect of this, at most, right? Jey Uso is going to be in like the third biggest match at WrestleMania, fourth or fifth if you want to argue. I mean, the Cody match, whatever that's going to be, Cena or whoever, that's bigger. If they do the Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk triple threat, that's bigger. You could argue that some of the women's matches are bigger as well, depending on what they put together. It's probably going to open night 2 or something along those lines. And also, like, if you have other plans for Cody, why not use the Rumble win to set up Gunther's challenger? I think it's totally fine. I think I don't see the problem. Would I like Gunther to have like an in-ring classic at WrestleMania? Sure, yeah, I would. And he's probably not going to get that against Jey Uso. Let's be real, but. Guys, he's so over. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just need to put your hater cap in the fire and go, you know what, maybe if this isn't even for me, it is for the 15,000 people who are in the arena tonight. Sometimes you just have to, I don't know. We get a bit too invested in our hatred of things sometimes. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, while I've got you, WhatCulture.com/tickets right now. We are going on tour in March and April. Belfast, Manchester, London, Glasgow, and Las Vegas over WrestleMania weekend. WhatCulture.com/tickets. They should be open right now, actually. So check that out. Grab a ticket. Come and see us. Come and say hello. It'll be a great time. You know what else would be a good time? Nikki Bella showing back up. That'd be nice. And that might well happen because according to Nikki herself, she was in the Royal Rumble, obviously number 30. Big pop. It was fun. It was good stuff. She may well be back in WWE. She's calling this a run, not a one-off appearance, which is quite telling. And on top of all of this, she's saying she's going to be back soon. So this was on her The Nikki and Brie show, of course, with her sister. I'll read the quote to you because why editorialize it? I do know there's a lot of rumors on the internet. Is this a one-off or is she here to stay? Well, keep tuning in because you will see another Fearless Nikki appearance, sooner rather than later, that's for sure. I'm definitely doing more than what I just did on Saturday, so I'm continuing to train. I have felt so empowered and alive in certain ways. Honestly, the most important thing that I've been getting back, that I realized I have lost for so many years, which is unlike me, and I never would have thought I lost it. It's definitely my confidence. So, it sounds like we'll be seeing more of Nikki soon. I don't know why anyone would be against that. She's a big name in this division. She's also somebody who's, started relatively humbly in terms of in-ring ability, improved a lot over the years. We all love the Mitsuhara Misawa meme. How am I doing, boss? Yes, Queen Slay, all of that stuff. Maybe we'll put it in the video right here. But at the end of the day, from start to finish, huge career improvement, and she's a very important figure in the development of WWE's women's scene, whether you like her earlier stuff or not. She's got a gigantic social following. She's very popular. She got a great pop in the Rumble. I didn't think she looked out of place at all. And on top of that, she's talking about getting her confidence back. Obviously, in her personal life, she had a very traumatic 2024, and if this is something that can help her kind of get away from that and move forward with her life and all of that, great, good. Like, how can you not be happy about that? It's good stuff across the board. I welcome more Nikki Bella appearances because above all else, what you can do with Nikki Bella, former champion, big name, all of this stuff, is you can use her to elevate your younger stars. You've got Roxanne Perez maybe showing up on the main roster soon. Maybe she could beat Nikki Bella in a match. Are you telling me that wouldn't do a lot for Roxy? It would be really good. So there's a lot of positive things I think you can do with her. I think that while Triple H's presentation of the women's divisions on Raw and SmackDown hasn't always been great, we're entering a pretty exciting period where people are going to be coming up from NXT. You've got Alexa Bliss back. You've got Nikki maybe coming in to do more spots here and there. It's in a healthier position than it was maybe a year or so ago. So I welcome this. I think she'll look good in the Rumble. And if you can use her name value to put other people over, good stuff. Now let's talk about another poisonous debate. Let's talk about matches versus story. So this has been a big online conversation. I mean, it's a conversation constantly, but this week there was a clip. I think it was Dave LaGreca on Busted Open Radio, and he had a very passionate viewpoint about how 5-star matches don't mean anything in his eyes unless you got the story and the overness and all of this. And he cited Jey Uso's Raw promo, which I've just spoken about, which I thought was an excellent bit of business. And I disagree with Dave in a few ways. He's entitled to his viewpoint, but Swerve Strickland has jumped in on this a little bit, and I think he sums it up really well. He says, in-ring supports story, story supports in-ring. And he's absolutely right. My viewpoint on this stuff, and we haven't done a lot of content on this topic on the channel, but it's a whole ecosystem. Wrestling is a whole ecosystem, and every single element feeds each other. Character feeds stories, stories feeds promos, promos feed matches, character feeds matches, promos, everything. It all boils into one. We've got this wonderful soup here of many different components. And to get the most delicious version of them all, they all mingle and come together really, really nicely. You take one ingredient out, it's not as good. At the end of the day, I don't agree with separating matches from stories. I'm not saying that's what Dave was doing, but a lot of people do. I think that a match is one of the most powerful storytelling tools we have, if anything. The core story of something like a young plucky underdog battling against a more skilled, conniving heel opponent. That is just some of the best stuff you can do, man. And at the end of the day, if you don't have matches, what are we doing? Are we just watching a soap? Like, am I watching EastEnders, or what are we doing here? Well, a TV drama show. I totally agree with Swerve. Everything combines together. Everything is important. Everything. Obviously, you need to build investment in your characters and your stories on television. But the way you can do that is through them having really good matches. I disagree with the idea that match quality doesn't matter. What? Like, if 40 to 50% of your weekly show is bell to bell, why would you want that part to be crap? I don't understand that. Surely you want everything to be good? Surely you want the matches to be good, the promos to be good, the characters, the stories, everything to be good? I don't know. But this is... it is quite a tribalistic thing, and often it's an AEW versus WWE thing a lot of the times. You can ultimately just watch whatever you want, but I think that Swerve is bang on the money. Everything is important. Everything matters. Do everything well. Don't disregard one element of your product. But can you have a product with 5-star matches and no story whatsoever? Probably not. Can you have a match with loads of great stories and just terrible matches across the board? No, you can't have that either. So... let's move on. Let's talk about John Cena. His TV show has been cancelled. Wipeout. Why did I say that so gleefully? That's mean. I'm sorry, John. I've never watched the show. I'm sure it's great. But yeah, according to Deadline, Warner Bros. Discovery have cancelled this show. Dave Meltzer spoke about it a bit on Wrestling Observer Radio, and he said the plug was pulled after last Sunday's episode, which drew a bad rating, apparently. He said just as bad as Saturday's episode of AEW Collision. Look, Collision had a really crap week, obviously, ratings-wise. It was going head-to-head with the Royal Rumble. I don't know why you would expect it to be anything different. Certainly one of, if not the all-time low on the Saturday time slot, going head-to-head with the second biggest WWE show of the year. And yeah, if you pull that crap against WrestleMania, you'll get smoked again. That's just what happens. But they have time slots and they have to put the show out. It is what it is. It's a whole deal. But I don't know what this means for John Cena and WWE. Does it free his schedule up? Did he have filming on the horizon for the show that maybe won't be happening now? Either way, John has said he's going to be doing, 36 dates for WWE this year? He's done 2 so far, and he's not appearing again until the Elimination Chamber. So after that, he's got 30 free appearances. You do a bit of Steiner math. John Steiner? No, that's not his name. John Cena is going to be around a lot more regardless. So, hey, look... shout outs to all the Wipeout fans who are mourning the loss of the show. It doesn't air here in the UK, I don't think. So if it's more Big Match John swiping that bald spot away, doing his silly facial expressions on my TV, I'd be quite happy about that. But thank you for tuning in for this news video this afternoon. If you enjoyed this one, check out the morning one right here. We're talking all kinds of stuff. Def Rebel, Hulk Hogan and Seth Rollins. What's going on? It's a wild world out there. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Yeah, bye.